Hello.
Hello.
Anthony!
I have returned.
Yay. How
Oh
are
my
you?
god. You survived the pools.
I did.
Good job not jumping in them.
I did not. I heard about someone a few weeks ago before we got there that they weren't hurt, but they got arrested because they decided they were going to try to walk across the edge of Grand Prismatic Spring because they wanted a better picture or something. I don't know. They didn't fall in and die, so that's a thing. But still, you're like, seriously?
Oh my god, Ant, you're
People are
back.
smart.
Yeah,
Welcome
I'm
back.
back.
Discord, why are you a pain in my butt? There we go.
Because it loves you.
That'll do. Well, I'm kind of cut off, but whatever.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Who wants to go first?
Anthony has to go first. He has to tell us all about his adventure.
What? I spent two weeks with very minimal internet access camping with.
And you're not insane.
I am not insane with my wife and two younger kids. And I didn't get driven crazy, but I did get to see lots of cool things. So I highly recommend anyone should probably visit Yellowstone and Grand Teton. Grand Teton ruled. Those mountains freaking.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun. A lot of cool stuff to see. Yellowstone, the Geyser region, is like an alien planet, basically.
Whoa.
It does feel like that, especially on some mornings. We had to get up super early one morning, and it was kind of cold out. And yeah, you see all the main geysers and things like that, and different pools. But when it's cold in the morning, you see that it's just pretty much everywhere in the geyser region. You just see all these just fumes spewing up from different places on the horizon on hills, and you're like, oh, we're all gonna die someday from this thing.
Yep.
But yeah, it was cool. And now so that's what the last 2 weeks have been. I'm still actually really tired. I feel like I'm still recovering from my vacation. I love my bed so much. I played a lot of Fire Emblem at night. So that's right. I was able to activate it at one spot at Old Faithful in front of the visitor center. I could get enough cell signal to tether my phone, then connect my Switch to it on the Friday that Fire Emblem came out and unlock Fire on my Switch. And then I charge my Switch while we're driving around in the day, and then I would lay in bed in the tent at night and play Fire Emblem.
That's pretty cool.
The dream.
It was the dream, actually. It was a great way to end most days.
And how much did Tiffany roll her eyes at you during this whole process?
None. She knew this was happening. She was laying there reading books.
She know what you married.
So it's pretty much at this point. This should be pretty clear. So yeah, that's been my 2 weeks. Today I am syncing everything. I've synced everything up. I've been playing, taking notes. I won't say anything about the power stuff since you just said you're messing with that crazily, because I'm like, I have no clue about any of the power stuff right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, the numbers, like at one point they were like 0 of 0, and I'm like, what do you mean 0 of 0? Like they would just randomly change and they'd be wrong, and I don't know what was going on. So I'll hold off on any of the. I saw the ship screen is still very much a work in progress. I'll just leave that thing alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is playing. I have no clue what else is going on today. I assume I have meetings with people to talk and questions or things.
Yeah, you should probably just spend time getting caught up with everyone.
Yeah, that's what I plan is. Is there a programmer meeting today? Yes,
We
there
do
is.
have one.
So
Yeah.
I'll send that, and someone can tell me what the hell's going on.
Sure.
I don't know what yeah. Do we
You're
have to
telling
do one
me
today,
what has
Brandon?
happened in the past 2 weeks. That's what's going on.
You
from the
actually
coding
don't
standpoint.
need to record one today.
Okay, good.
But I would. Well, all right. We'll talk about it next week.
And
Okay.
and can watch the previous programmer meeting. That's
I
edited.
saw that got uploaded. I just didn't download it yet.
It's boring. But if you can put up with that, it's great.
Turns out if you're the main person speaking during the entire thing, you find it boring and uncomfortable to listen to.
It's definitely uncomfortable, but it's
I don't know
also
what you're talking about. I
And-
love listening to
And
me.
an experience that Will has now shared, similar to the experience that I got to share with the Patreon trailer.
Okay. So yeah. Brandon.
Let's see what I do yesterday. Yesterday I finished the video up. We uploaded it, got feedback during the marketing check-in, did the design time where we basically just play tested for an hour,
Which was good.
which was good. Then Carl and I spent another hour talking about the faction stuff and getting aligned on that. After that, I did a little bit more comms writing before I headed out a bit early for my friend's Rumble game. So today I have a one-on-one with Carl. I'm going to, hopefully finish writing all of the comp stuff. I'm not far from it, but I also need to start drafting some of the ads that we might run, and then have the product owner sprint prep. But I guess with Hans out, are we doing that?
I'll figure it out.
All right, cool. And then have a one-on-one with Will. And yeah,
Ours overlaps with the sprint prep, so we might
so
not
it
be
does.
doing it.
Yeah.
Or we need to move it, one of the two.
Figure it out. George.
Sure. So I did improvements to power and stuff in the ship pop-up. I just submitted it like right before this meeting, so let's get latest because I would like a play test from people to see how it feels afterwards. I talked to Carl about some UX about changing it, and it's not the final, but I'm probably going to be spending the rest of the day working on that ship pop-up and the power stuff and the abilities. So that will probably be my day. Yesterday, also, I worked on the same stuff that Brandon talked about. Like the meetings. Sorry, I did the same meetings and stuff that Brandon talked about, and then I just started hitting up all of the power stuff that we had problems with. So that's what I'm going to do today. That's everything, and I pick Will.
Yesterday, like the day before it, I did about 10,000 little things. So instead of listing them, I'll just talk about the one big one, which is going to affect gameplay a lot, which is you can no longer jump if your jump drive's on cooldown. Your jump drive starts on cooldown. I think it's on cooldown for 30 seconds or maybe 60 seconds. It's a pretty long time. There is no visual indicator anywhere in the UI that your jump drive is on cooldown. So there's no way to know other than try and press jump and your ships won't jump. It'll tell you that they're going to explode before you jump, but it won't tell you why. So my primary goal for today is to get good UI surrounding why ships can and can't jump in so that players are not confused by that. I want to hopefully have a short meeting with George after this to break down what that work is and see how you and I are splitting it, because I think some of it's going to overlap with what you're doing.
Okay.
And then my secondary goal, which I've already started on, is the instantaneous resource changes, so that, say, if you build a installation, you'll see a -100 next to the metal for a little bit. So that the numbers aren't just like randomly changing and you're confused as hell. Well, they'll still be randomly changing, but whatever. Carl?
Yesterday was honestly pretty useless. I was in meetings and I did some things here and there, like on the faction stuff, but my brain was mostly mush, and so I spent most of the day honestly playing Oxygen Not Included. Today started on some of the UX stuff. I assume I'm on call for some of that UX stuff because it sounds like we're just running headlong into a bunch of that. I'm going to make sure that Tyson is up to speed and has everything he needs. I'm gonna spend some time with Anthony getting him caught up because I'm pretty sure there could be a pretty big info download there. And then try to wrap around and see if there's anything on the marketing side that we need to continue to fix up and improve before I get any more people looking at it. And then figure out what's going on with the product owner stuff and have the one-on-one with Brandon. So that's my day. I'll just save this for now. Come back and type that up later. 1 second, because people wanted me to go through the thing, right?
What thing?
Yes, the thing.
The giant rectangle that had shapes inside of it. Yeah,
Yes.
that thing.
Yes.
What?
The ship pop-up stuff.
Oh yeah.
Are people looking at the stream? Because that's basically where I have it up right
Yes.
now.
I can do that.
Unless people want me to share it. But it's easier.
It's fine.
Cool. So basically, pretty easy stuff. Ship name. This is the same thing that we have. A lot of this is the same information. Just moving this up a little bit higher and making it next to a bunch of the text, just so that this feels more primary. Instead of having a ship type text necessarily, I figure we'll just make some icons or find some icons for them really quick and have tooltip. So this is the powered section. So basically, your reactor is a different shape. Every ship will have a reactor. It's big and important. We can always
Wait, which one?
this triangle. Oh, sorry, you can't see my cursor, can you?
Nope. This stream can't either.
Hold on.
Is that a setting in like OBS or something?
Yeah, that's a setting.
Okay.
Cool. Now it's a black screen.
But I can see your cursor.
Yep,
I can't see your cursor.
We can see your cursor, but we can't see any of the content of the screen.
We're so good at Twitch.
Oh wait.
Oh,
There's some letters.
Hold on. I got this. There's a whole series of things that I'm having to turn on and off to make this actually work.
It's almost like powering installations in our game.
oh, jeez.
All right, and now you can see my cursor and you can see the thing. Great.
Sure
Yes.
can.
All right, so this triangle right here is the reactor because it's big and important, and it will basically set the size of this box, which will be the powered box. It'll have electricity symbol up top. It'll be a slightly different color. It'll be like, if things are in this area, they're powered, right? And it will have some number of slots. Hard points that are unpowered will be over here. And so basically you can drag things into the hard points. Jump drive will be a special shape because jump drive is a special thing, and I figure people will want to be able to find it very quickly, right? So jump drive and reactor are hard built into every ship. They're the triangles, one's up, one's down. They're slightly different sizes, but you can drag the jump drive out so that it doesn't get powered. And you just drag and drop this stuff over into the powered section. If you upgrade the reactor, which I'm not sure we can do currently, but if you upgrade the reactor, theoretically this would move over and you'd have more slots.
You can do it currently, and also can you have more than one reactor?
No.
No, not yet. And
Okay.
probably never.
Cool. These are the toggle abilities.
They're the non-action abilities.
Non-action abilities. So non-action abilities will go here. They will have this kind of shape. The idea is that you can use these kind of whenever they want. They will have a little icon to the right that sort of denotes whether they're toggle on and off, or they have an ammo count, or they have, like, that will end up being your indication of, like, I can toggle this on and off whenever I want. I can do this once. This will last for 3 minutes or whatever, right? And we'll have states that sort of indicate they're on, they're off, they're currently going, and they have a progress bar or whatever, right?
What is a non-action ability?
It's the exclusivity thing. Like when sensors are running a scan, you can't do exploit, but you can still toggle AI farmers, or you can still activate pleasure flora, or you can there's
Okay, I see.
abilities that are exclusive are actions, ship actions, I should say. Those are the things that should be listed in
Yeah.
the.
So this is like AI farmers. This is pleasure fauna, that kind of stuff. Down here are the abilities, which are exclusive. They'll be a little bit more card shaped. They'll have the thing. When you click on them, this whole thing will basically be replaced by a big version of that card and the cooldown and the information about it with a cancel button, which is, I guess, what it already does, but
Yeah.
that will be the thing.
You won't be able to see the other exclusive abilities while one is running. That's not
Correct.
a criticism, just a question.
Correct.
Yeah, yep.
Sweet.
You can currently do that with the flagship because it has both the sensors and the exploit. You can see how it works.
Oh, it's already implemented?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, I'll check that out.
I would like to do a playtest today for sure. I'd actually love it if all 4 of you can try it and just we can come up with what does a ship pop-up feel like at this point. And
Tyson, are you watching?
I don't think Tyson's watching.
Yeah, I don't see him in the stuff.
Nobody
Unless
likes
he's
him anyway.
Yeah, I think my code's in an okay place. I think I can play test.
You're showing your Discord on stream. Are you okay with that?
Yeah. I knew I was doing it.
Okay.
You can see that Tyson and I mostly talk about oxygen not included.
Will some of you share your screen as you're playing?
Are we playing right now?
Why not? Sure. Yes, we are playing right now.
Okay. I thought there was something else I wanted to ask, but I can't remember what it was, so never mind.
Has everyone gone for stand-up?
Yeah.
I did go through the Trello board and tried to see what the hell was going on. I think I
Yeah,
generally
was
have
it
an idea.
useful?
You didn't get a lot out of that.
I mean, I generally saw there's a lot of stuff in doing. A lot.
Yep.
The one for future reference, like there's the balance pass on the game in its current state. If there are documents for that, it would be great if they were linked in there.
We don't actually have documents for that.
Okay.
We were going to
make it would have been great to have some documents for that.
Yeah, we were going to make a document for it after we did it, but then we realized that a whole bunch of stuff in the not XML. What are we using? JSON. And the JSON files weren't hooked up, so we went back to implementation mode for those things so we could hook them up to actually do the balance pass. We're pretty close to where we can do it.
The numbers are also like just bullshit right now.
Yeah, no, I figured that.
It's okay though.
Okay, so I'm sharing my screen to Carl's screen to Twitch. Is that right?
I'm watching you share your screen to Carl's screen to Twitch.
Okay.
Oh, you got a confidence boost up
right on the first jump.
Nice.
So good, guys. All right, so it looks like jump.
I don't think. Did you get latest? Oh, you
I
did
just
get
got latest.
Yeah, never mind.
Looks like my jump drive is powered on. My reactor is blue, which I think is a good sign. It looks like my sensors and hangers are powered on, and yet these are not on. So that's confusing. I'm going to click this because I want it on so that I can scan. Now it's blue for some reason. I'm going to unpause and see if that does anything. It's still blue.
This is where I'm so I have no clue what the hell's going on here, guys.
I'll click it again. Now it's white. It seems like that should be good. Neither of these are on. Okay, now I'm going to turn this off, which is how it used to work. Now this is yellow. Maybe that means something significant.
Hey,
now this is cooling
that's
down.
Yellow. Why that's yellow?
So now I have a ship ability that I can now click, and I can click this thing. Okay, now I'm scanning. Okay. Also, these arrows are popping out of the screen.
Which arrows? I don't.
Do you see where my mouse is?
No, because Discord's in the way.
Yeah.
Okay. You see where it says unpowered installation?
Oh yeah, it's too long.
On the right side.
I don't know why it's doing that. It's so weird. I have to figure
get rid
that
of
out.
the minuses.
But that's not right.
Why are they unpowered? Those things are powered installation. I don't understand.
And I think I should point out that Captain Lopez looks badass.
It's true.
That's She-Ra.
Well, he looks or she looks badass, whatever
He.
pronoun they
I
choose
just
to
said
use.
She-Ra.
I'm just saying
didn't-
they're cool looking. That's all.
Didn't
I'm
say
saying.
He-Ra.
So one thing that was confusing to me here is that, well, this will probably change, that the reactor is like grayed out. And everything else is, I don't know. It was like, why?
Yeah, because you can't click it, and also you don't get.
I'm sure you can't click it. It doesn't have a power, but it's still very weird to me that it was.
No, I'm agreeing with you. And there's no
And it doesn't have a
tooltip on it,
tooltip.
which is
Yeah, I
very
assume that's
annoying.
because it's disabled. I took a note on that. I'm pretty sure that's because the button is disabled.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say for me coming in, I had a note saying starting. I was like, oh, the ship has one power. It's being used by something. I couldn't
Jump
figure
drive.
out what was. Sure, it was not obvious. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I would click a button and it would still say 1 of 1, or it just wouldn't change. I would be clicking things and it would still say 1 of 1. And this I was like, I don't know why. Everything I do, it doesn't seem to do anything to these numbers. Although the Carl's thing seems to would probably be much more easier to understand what's going on.
Well, I don't know how. Yeah.
What?
Okay.
What were you gonna say?
Is the idea with Carl's thing that you can't drag things in if you're at your power limit?
The behavior I would expect is if you drag something in and dragged it on top of one of the things that are already there, they would swap.
Okay.
Okay.
If that's hard to implement, like we can have drag out and drag in, so it's more intentional and it's easier. But yeah, my expectation is of like, I have 3 things in there and I want to swap out the jump drives. It's as easy as dragging the thing I want on top of the jump drive and letting go, and then it'll swap.
Yeah, I mean, we could always just reference FTL. Like, it has a system for this, right? And I remember their UI being super easy. I don't know how easy that is to implement, and I don't know how easy the FTL thing is to implement, but their power system was not hard.
I mean, yeah, it was just showed you a number of bars you had, and then you just click on the systems that you want, and as you use those bars, they would go down, and they would be assigned to different systems as you gave the other systems power.
Sure, but FTL's system is built around things can take a variable amount of power, right?
Yeah.
Ours does too.
Yeah, I mean, technically.
No, but so like I can shunt 1 bar to weapons, or I can shunt 4 bars to weapons.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Sure.
I don't remember that. Is that true?
You can.
Yeah,
because you have to power. That's how you power like multiple weapons and things like that.
Which is our power system is simpler. It's more of a binary. Things are powered or they are not powered, and they take a certain amount of power.
I think one thing that's going to happen once we get this power stuff working to the point where people can use it and not be confused, we're going to quickly find out which ones are frustrating to have to power and unpower. And I think that it's going to result in us thinking, oh, you know what? We might want to like just have some things always powered, even if they require power, and just not worry about it.
I just had a note on this, which was basically at start, your ship should probably have power for most of its starting systems.
Which almost all of them do.
No, they all have 1 of 1 right now. They can power a jump drive.
Oh, right. I see what you're saying.
Almost none of them have other systems. I think there's only one.
The flagship has other systems.
Yeah.
I think it's the only one, isn't it?
Yeah, there's
one that has, I believe, hydroponics, maybe? I don't
know. No, none of them start with hydroponics. You have to build it. What?
Why?
Because we wanted you to build something at the start of the game.
At all, guys.
Our first balance pass was what installation is a player going to build first? That was supposed to be the first choice. So you go in, you choose hydroponics if that's the one you want to build, and then you have to figure out how to get money so you can upgrade your reactor so you can run it. Like, that was the idea of the first balance pass.
What's going to happen almost assuredly is we're going to get it to the point where we can play it, and then we're going to say, this isn't fun, let's fix it. But
you could add hydroponics to a ship. I just don't understand why doing that makes the game better.
Because I also have a note while I've been playing that the pacing is too harsh. I starve too quickly, morale drops too quickly, too much pressure, and it
Then
turns
we can
me
tune
off.
those numbers.
And it turns me off a lot.
Let's figure this out after we
But
get
it's
it
about-
usable.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like we're even in a usable state, so it doesn't really matter. So
Exactly.
like I said, I'm coming back from 2 weeks. I don't know where the state of the game is. So
We will get there. We will get there.
Yeah, and it's
I
probably
don't know what you mean by usable. Like, we could play the game. I think if George explains the UI to us and we all understand how power works, like, the game was playable a few days ago. I assume it's still playable
That's
now.
true. It is. It's playable with explaining.
yeah.
Do you guys want to do that right now?
I just would need a full explanation on like what the power.
It's actually pretty easy. When something is blue, it means you're purposefully saying never give power to this. When it's white, it's saying give power to this if I have power available. The ship just picks the things that it powers right now in order of priority, and so you can choose what to unpower. The level 1 reactor powers one thing. Abilities are on the bottom. You can use them whenever you want. It will sort exclusive and non-exclusive abilities already. So, and exclusive abilities are ship actions, whereas non-exclusives are just, you can do anything. So technically you can play the game right now. I'd be happy to get like a balance pass going.
I can't build anything.
Are you clicking the empty build slot?
Yeah.
Do you have enough resources?
Yes. I should. I have 100 metal and it's starting. But the build button's not popping. I saw that in the previous time I was playing, it popped up a little selection thing.
Bum, bum, bum.
And I can't.
Well, I guess I broke it. Okay, I'll have to.
Okay.
That's more reason that it might be worthwhile, like, playtesting things while we're working on the UI, because the massive UI change that you're talking about, George, is likely to cause a bunch of bugs that we'll have to make sure we clean up before we playtest.
I want to build a hydroponics, but I won't let me.
Yeah, I also can't build. Does upgrade work?
I'm gonna die.
Just curious. Upgrade does work.
Upgrade does work. Build does not.
If your opening move is upgrading the reactor on your flagship, the game is about 20 times less annoying, just so you know.
That's where I probably would say, yeah, we probably want to.
We can start the flagship with a level 2 reactor if you want.
We do not have a way to do that right now. Stock installations are only level 1 right now.
Show abilities.
That should be easy to change, though.
This is totally missing now. Huh.
I mean, if we change,
hey,
yeah,
that ship has my military ship has power used 1 of 0.
Are you serious?
What?
Are they backwards? I think they're backwards. It's probably supposed to be 0 of 1.
But why would it be different on that pop-up? The other ships are fine. The other ship pop-ups are fine. Only
all
ship.
of them are correct for me. Mine says 1 of 1 on military, and when I turn off my jump drive, it says 0 of 1.
Wow, that's weird. Oh,
What is going on, Joe or Brett or Ant? God, what are your guys' names?
All right, there it is. Look at my military ship. 1 of 0.
What are you doing?
Did you accidentally turn off the reactor somehow?
For the first time. I have not messed with that military ship at all.
Why is his reactor yellow? My reactor is blue.
Oh, did you get latest?
I did get latest, I thought.
Oh yeah, your UI, it does not look correct.
I
agree.
think
you did not get latest.
Either that or maybe, well, no, I can't imagine that you have anything else because
I'll check again. I'll see if I got.
Nothing should be yellow. They should be blue.
Well, nope. I missed one. I have one file not there.
Well, that could be the most important.
That could be the important file. I synced. When did you check something in? I synced before standard.
At 12:59 p.m.
Turns out what the file he synced was important.json.
That's probably the one that makes it blue.
It's the one that puts Carl's face on everything.
Oh, Jesus.
Although that the 1/0 thing I was seeing I mean, I don't know if that has anything to do with.
I don't think that will change. I think you'll see that again. That one
I
file
don't know
that
why that's happening.
the one file that I have to add to it is the thing that turns stuff blue instead of yellow if it
Yeah.
doesn't require power.
I had one because I saw that earlier this morning on a different ship that said it had. It actually said it had 0 of 0 power at one point. And I was
Oh,
like, I
boy.
don't understand.
You're like blowing up your reactors or something.
Something.
Okay. So, yeah, it seems like currently the installations are kind of almost our whole game right now, from a decision perspective. And so making that UI really good feels like an okay priority for today and the next day and the next day and the next day.
Yep.
So
Do you guys want to sync up really quick on, like, get sunk up really quick on where like, I don't, it still feels like we haven't gotten Anthony up to speed enough where you 3 or 4 are all doing important stuff, and so it feels like that should actually be the first thing we do today, is getting Ant functional. You guys want to just catch up?
nah, we're good.
Okay, so
Of course we will.
Here's my repro thing on that 1 of 0. This is the bizarre thing. So
Okay.
it works when I will close it. I'm going to share again, and this is going to be hilarious.
I'm gonna see if I can do it.
Clicked on build button.
Entire screen, that, share.
Well, shit. I don't know how I got rid of this.
Okay. Here it comes in. All right, look at military ship. 1 of 1. 1 of 1. 1 of 1. That's great. I'm going to upgrade my reactor here. So we're upgrading. Still 1 of 1. 1 of 1.
You upgraded your reactor on your military?
On the flagship. On my flagship.
What?
Power used. Cool. Now I go back to the military ship, and it's 1 of 0.
Oh my god.
After I upgrade my reactor on another ship, on the flagship at least, this becomes 1 of 0. Do they all become 1 of 0? They all become 1 of 0. Except the luxury liner.
Yeah, the luxury liner's dope. It's like the flagship upgraded by stealing 2 power from 2 other ships. I wonder if it did that.
That'd be pretty cool.
But see, okay, this is the thing with the upgrade the reactor one. Its tooltip said it would give me +3 power on the upgrade. And it didn't.
No, it's supposed to go to 3 power.
It says
Yeah,
+3 on the
It
tooltip.
goes to 3 power, which is represented by +3 because that's its new state. I did not get deltas in because it's a lot of work to do the deltas. We talked about whether we were going to show the previous number and the new number next to each other, but we haven't implemented that yet.
Okay. I just saw it was because I saw it as +3. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go 1 to 4.
Yeah, no, that's not correct. I did not get in the deltas. We talked about this yesterday, but you weren't here. But yeah,
Nope.
that UI is not complete. The
Okay,
tooltip UI
I
is
figured
not
the
complete.
tooltip stuff is because there was one. There it is. Oh yeah, look at those characters. Look at them.
Yeah, I don't know why that's happening.
That happens to everyone except for Will.
It does not happen to me. But I also only play in debug mode, so I'm guessing it's because of uninitialized strings. I just don't see why it's happening.
Debug mode.
What?
I'm running in debug right now.
From Visual Studio?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I do too, and I still get those characters as well.
Why don't I get them? You guys are weird. Oh wait, I'm getting them now.
Yay! I mean, boo.
I don't think. I mean, it's. I would check the JSON files to make sure that those are actually being.
Point grid. So on the pop-up thing.
Yeah.
Event graph.
Worried. I'm gonna starve here in a second.
You'll be fine.
Nope.
Eat some crackers.
Yeah, I agree. Gotta get food. I mean,
You can exploit planets for food now.
need dumplings.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
that's
we're
where
doing
we
that.
keep our dumplings.
Yes, we are.
Brandon, we keep our dumplings on the planets. You should try exploiting them.
I'm starting.
But I couldn't.
Oh,
Well, actually, I
no.
did start playing, but then I realized I couldn't build anything. And I was like, oh, this is.
I'm fixing the build thing right now. It should be fixed shortly.
I know.
I see
I'm
what
just-
happened.
I'm saying I would be playtesting.
He's just being a sassy pants.
It's not sassy.
You're all sassy pantses.
It wasn't sassy. It was just true.
I don't feel like those things are like necessarily opposed concepts.
They aren't mutually exclusive, no, but I didn't intend to be
Wait a
sassy.
minute. Why was I allowed to build another reactor? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I told you. I thought we could build more than one because I've done it before.
I don't think you're
Do it.
supposed to build more than.
I mean,
No.
we can put buildable false in the whatchamacallit,
JSON.
but we
Well,
have
but-
not.
I thought we were only supposed to be able to have one of every
That's
installation.
true. That's the way it's supposed to work.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because if
What
you
is
have
it?
one, you should be expanding or upgrading.
Expanding and building another one are, in my understanding, the same thing.
Roughly, yeah.
So that's why I made it so you could do that.
But it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm submitting the fix for the build installation button. So everyone can get it and play again. Yay. Which we should do.
I'm working on something.
No, you play.
No, you play.
I am.
You. Oh God.
You are not in your office, Will. Where are you?
No, I'm working out of my living room because it's nice. This is where it's cold.
You're nice.
I hate these stock tooltips.
Oh, also, just to get you up to speed, Ant, Will probably disappears next Tuesday.
Yeah, and
Tuesday.
Hans disappeared today, right?
Yeah, but he's back Monday.
Okay.
We'll
I
have.
think
one day
technically
with
he's
the
back
team.
the weekend, but yeah.
Can we make Monday a special day where since we'll have 6 people in Discord for stand up, we can be like, today is special day and have cake or something?
I mean, I'll just have cake any day. But
I was gonna say,
I actually don't want cake because I don't like cake, but I would eat it.
what's
'cause
Yeah,
it's
same.
special
wrong
day.
with you?
Well, it depends on the kind of cake.
Carrot cake
That's-
is good.
But yeah, I generally will not have cake any day.
Ow.
Just you've had bad cakes.
No, cake. My mom makes amazing cake. She makes this chocolate cake that's delicious, but then my lactose intolerance kicks in and I'm unhappy for a while afterwards. And so is everyone else within 20 feet.
They make
Cake
I'm
is
only
a
half paying
sinful
attention.
luxury.
I also don't like cake. I think that's what we're talking about.
I don't like cupcakes at all. I think they're gross.
I always get pie for my birthday because pie is the best thing in the universe.
Pie is really good.
I like ground turkey.
What? That is
Ground
a
turkey.
really weird
Delicious.
thing to like.
What? Ground turkey is
It's
delicious.
not
I just
weird, but
had stuffed
Yeah.
peppers with ground turkey. Ground turkey stuffed into
the only thing I want to stuff is
peppers.
my face full of dumplings right now. Oh my God.
Ground pork, man.
Okay. Can someone confirm that building is working
Yes,
now?
you can build.
Yay!
Hey. It's the boy.
What was that?
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Whew.
I assume factions do nothing right now. They're just
That's correct. You can just
there.
click the button again to re-roll.
Yay!
We do
Yeah.
have a task on the board about factions, which might be a pretty good task for you, Anthony, just because you're more of a stakeholder in the narrative vision of the game as well. So getting up to speed with Carl and the other one, Brandon, Sorry.
The other one.
I
The other
forgot. I
one.
couldn't
Wow.
remember your name for a while.
That is some
Listen,
rude
Alright.
shit.
That's
there were
some
2
shit.
people working on it, and I
Cool.
couldn't remember.
And
Cool, dude.
the other one.
The other one, he says.
You
That other
know,
fucking Asian.
I didn't
I'm just
say
kidding.
that. And
I know.
P.S. I've done that to my nieces before. Okay, so don't feel special. um,
Shit, I don't remember what I was exploiting. Damn it! Whatever. It's not a select set thing.
wait, your things are powered now. You should be able to use it.
Did I get food? My food.
Carl, were you unable to exploit? Oh, now you're able to. Did you have to turn them off and on again?
Yep.
Okay, so that's a bug.
Come on, thing. Give me. Boop. Shit.
What?
Um,
Go away.
Yeah, same.
That's really weird. Why would it
What is
do-
your deal, asshole? Thank you.
There's no tooltips right now telling you can't build because of cost because the tooltip things are broken. But I will be fixing those as well when I'm doing this ship pop-up stuff.
Why does my tooltip of a celestial body say? The tooltip says resources: metal 40, gas 13, but the pop-up only says gas 13.
That's also a bug.
Okay.
For some reason, it only lists the last resource instead of all of them.
All of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Why do we have a pop-up anyways? Can we just get rid of it?
You mean for the planet?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I mean, all that information.
Because it
could
has a
be-
whole bunch of stuff on it.
I mean, that could
Isn't-
just be in a tooltip.
Yeah.
It could just be a nice, really fancy. The whole pop-up could just be the tooltip. Most likely in the end.
Oh,
I
didn't we
can
fix?
also
Did we fix
click
the thing where?
I can click a celestial
Are you
body with a
serious,
fleet
Carl?
view.
You got that bug again? I thought we fixed that.
Yeah, I got the bug again.
Damn it,
What bug is
unpause
it?
and see if it works.
What bug?
The bug where you can't click ships or celestial bodies or anything.
After
Oh.
a jump.
Yeah, so
I saw that before I left. I
it was
figured
because
it
of
had-
No, we
Back-
fixed the one before
yeah,
you
we
left.
you had to use backspace to open the menu or it would never let you click again after you jump. If you didn't use backspace, which is why, so we had a pretty comical discovery. So Will was like, I never get that bug. You're all crazy or something. I don't remember what he said. It was something like that. And all of us were like, sometimes we get the bug, but sometimes we don't. And none of us could figure it out for a while. Then we finally got the repro case. If you press backspace when the menu is coming in, you will never get the bug, meaning as long as you keep pressing it. And we just found out that Will is super impatient and always uses backspace and literally never doesn't use backspace. And that we were not using backspace sometimes.
When we add the options menu that skips the whole jump sequence, I'm going to turn that on immediately.
I mean,
true,
I'm pretty sure we're not going to turn on a thing that removes one of the significant emotional
Oh.
beats of our game.
Okay,
Got the
well,
bug
I'll
again.
put it in the secret cheat will menu.
Is
Or
there
or
a thing?
we can
Brandon's
just
trying to
work
say
with
something.
you, or we can just work
He
with you.
got.
to
He
make it
said he
better.
got the bug again. He couldn't click on things.
I can't click on things again.
Is it putting a full screen UI thing over top of everything that intersects
No.
clicks? Okay.
It's not, and it so there's a I can walk you through it, but
Yeah, I'm
essentially
sure there's just a boolean somewhere.
if you go to ish player controller, you're exactly right. If you go to where is it? BP ish player controller, the blueprint, right? And you go to the event graph, the exact spot that is not getting triggered is under the custom event handle jump in complete at the very end, where it says enable mouse over events and enable click
Yeah.
events, and it has a checkbox. So that doesn't get called, and there's a whole big line going backwards from that with a whole bunch of stuff that it's like on jump in complete is what it's bound to, and on jump in complete never gets called because do jump in never gets called, but do jump in is called from handle pop screen complete, which is never called because on pop screen done doesn't trigger. It's like this big long thing, and trying to figure out where it's breaking is really difficult and annoying to jump backwards in. So, oh, too bad I'm so busy with the ship pop-up. I can't solve that one today.
Shucks. Yeah, I really hate that code. It's so confusing.
I mean, it was game jam code, so
Yeah.
Yep.
okay, cool. Well, so I guess then the priorities that we have are fix that bug because you can't play the game without it being fixed, right? Sometimes.
Yeah.
Get the ship pop up to actually do the right stuff so that people know what's going on so that you can play the game. What else do we have in our list?
I still really want to get the jump drive stuff in because I think it's really confusing right now.
It is very. If we are delaying jumps based on the drive state, then we need some way to show.
Yes.
Maybe
Okay,
we
that
should
was
just
the
not
other big
delay
chunk.
it. Oh, sorry.
And also, there's a couple of bugs with it. For example, when a ship has already blown up, you can still hear the ship coming into the system. It does the sound.
I would like to
because the
check
ship
that.
is probably still there. Honestly, it's just hidden.
I would like to check that bug again now that I've done a lot of changes to the jump system.
Okay. In the Brandon's bugs thing in Sprint board,
Yep.
there's I'm doing the top 3, which are the power stuff, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that are all related to jumping at the bottom. None of them seem huge, but if you want to tackle those while you're doing the jump stuff.
No, I already did. I was looking
okay.
through this last night when I did all the jump stuff. I'm not entirely sure on the repro on all of these, but yeah,
Okay.
they're all pretty much done except for the thing where it pauses the game automatically.
Okay.
I'd like to get the UI in that tells you why ships can't jump is my priority.
Sounds perfect.
Cool.
And there was something about factions somewhere. Where was the fact? We don't really need that though, but I swear there was something about factions.
Not in bugs or anything. We still have faction stuff to implement this sprint, but I think the stuff you guys are working on is more important.
Yeah, because we don't have events. We're not working on events right now, so the faction stuff doesn't really matter.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, there it is.
Do you want
As
me
a
to
player.
just dive into this stupid bug of trying to get stuff clickable again?
That'd
Yes,
be
please.
awesome.
That would be so good.
I will dig into it because I'm pretty sure I have some ideas already on.
That would be the most
What might
helpful
be
thing in
going
the
on.
universe.
It's almost definitely related to pop screen complete and stuff like that. I think we just need
which
to.
are events that are called, so I'm checking to make sure events are actually called.
Yeah, they weren't being called before when you. Well, actually, do you see the code that's just above that on? Sorry, just above on event begin play, the init main HUD and the play animation and pause animation and stuff like that.
I'm gonna hate
That's the code that I. Okay,
okay, that's
bye
fine.
stream.
Bye, stream.
Laters.